What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, hit the bell notification, put it on all so you can get notified whenever we drop new material on this channel. So let's get into this one. So obviously at the weekend we had the excellent fight. I'm calling it already fight of the year contender. Over 2,000 punches thrown. Brilliant fight between Juan Francisco Estrada and Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, the Nicaragua versus Mexico clash. That happened on the weekend, and of course it was a relatively close fight. The rounds were close, but many people, including myself, felt that the wrong person got the verdict, the wrong fighter got the verdict in Estrada. I felt that Gonzalez definitely done enough to win in that fight. I think he definitely done the slightly better work, and he outlanded Estrada. So I definitely had it at least by a couple of rounds to Roman Gonzalez. But in this fight, it was a split decision win for Estrada, and there is a controversy there, because close of a fight as it was, there was one of the cards put in by Carlos Sucre, a judge with the WBA. He put in a card of 117, 111 to Estrada, and everyone watching that, wherever you're a boxer, whether you're a commentator, whatever, we all know watching that fight that there's no way that it was 6 rounds in either direction. I mean, I wouldn't, even if it was scored for Chocolatito like that, I wouldn't agree with that. I would say no, it wasn't. I think he won, but not by that many rounds. You might say maybe, you know, 8-4 or whatever, or something of that nature, maybe by a few rounds, but not by 6, not by that many rounds. It wasn't that much of a gap there, even if you felt the other man won. So yeah, that scorecard, as soon as I heard it read, was a questionable scorecard. It was a bit of a strange one, and we seem to sort of get these weird scorecards in boxing, these appalling ones, and we've seen it time and time again. So the WBA have now decided to step in and actually do something about it, and they've given Carlos Sucre a temporary suspension, which it might not sound like much, and you know, ultimately it might not be much. The guy could be back judging fights again or back working again. We don't know, but in my book, at least they've done something. At least they've recognized that this scorecard was way too wide, and that there is something wrong with this judge's perception of the fight, because the other two judges had it, you know, bang on. I think they had it 115, 113 either way, and that's much more like it. That makes much more sense. You got it by 2 rounds either way. Fair enough. I've not got an issue with you, but this guy had it by 6 rounds one way towards Estrada, and you know, we boxing fans and anyone who knows about boxing knows that no, there's no way that this is the case, that you could give it that to that guy, to Estrada, by that many rounds. It wasn't a fight like that. It wasn't one-sided. You know, the way his scorecard read was as if to say it was a one-sided fight, when in fact it wasn't. And I think all boxing fans and pundits, commentators, whatever you do, you know a bit about boxing, you know, no, it wasn't one-sided, and there's no way you can give it that wide to either guy. So it's good we've got the WBA there. They're stepped in, and they've at least done something in this situation to at least temporarily suspend Carlos Sucre. So you know, we'll see what develops from this, but I think hopefully, I'm hoping that at least this will kind of set a precedent for other judges and other officials going forward, that you submit a decision like this that is, you know, way off the mark of what actually happened in the ring, then, you know, we're going to suspend you. We're going to do something about you, at least, you know. And I think for me, although it's a small step, I think it's a good step, and it's a good thing for boxing that at least somebody has stepped up, taken that one little step, and done something about some of this bad scoring. And for me personally, I hope that this is not the only situation. I hope that this sort of thing can happen going forward with other organizations, maybe with promoters or with, you know, other governing bodies, where they can step in and say, look, that scorecard you gave in is ridiculous. If you can't do your job properly, right, we're going to suspend you. We're going to take you out for a little bit, and at least explain yourself, or at least you shouldn't be judging fights right again the next week. If your perception is that far off, if you're getting it that badly wrong, then really you shouldn't be judging fights. And that's just my view on it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And until next time, this is MKO Pugilism, over and out. Catch you on the next one.